Good morning, everyone. So we are going to begin with our another chapter in general knowledge, that is mysterious space. So we are going to talk about some of the uh, mysteries that are there in the space, that is secret things that we are not aware of. Fine. So we are going to explore those things today. So let us see what are we having in the chapter. Now, in this chapter, there are in total 10 statements. So, we are going to put a cross mark against the statement which is not correct, and we are going to put a tick mark against the statement which is statement of fact which is correct. Fine. So, the first statement is all gas planets do not have rings. Do they have? Or only one planet has? Okay, so I'll give you the answer. So, in fact, Saturn is not the only planet in our solar system that has rings. All the giant gas planets have them, okay? Now, Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune, all these are having rings. However, these other ring systems are extremely thin and almost impossible to see. Fine. Now, the second statement says the first artificial satellite to be launched into space was Sputnik 1. Is it right or is it wrong? Yes, students, Sputnik 1 was the first artificial satellite, okay, and it was launched on 4th of October in 1957. Now, orbiting for 3 weeks before its battery died, then silently for 2 more months before falling back into the atmosphere. Okay, it had four external radio antennas to broadcast uh, radio pulses. Now, the third sentence is the Earth's orbit is circular in shape. Is it right or is it wrong? Let us see. So, Earth's orbit is not a perfect circle, okay? It is elliptical or slightly oval shaped, fine? This means that there is one point in the orbit where the Earth is uh, close to the Sun and the other point where the Earth is far from the Sun, fine? Now, the closest point occurs in early January and the far point, it happens in the early July. Fine. So this is the mechanism that causes season. Fine. So the third statement is wrong. It's a false statement. Now moving ahead. A lunar eclipse occurs when the moon comes in between the sun and the earth and blocks the light of the sun from reaching the earth. Is this correct? When a moon is blocking the rays of the sun from reaching the earth, is it correct? Let us see. Now, a lunar eclipse occurs when the moon moves into the earth's shadow. This can occur only when the sun, earth and the moon are exactly or very closely aligned with earth between the other two. A lunar eclipse can occur only on the night of a full moon. Now, the statement which was given to you, that was the definition of a solar eclipse. Fine. So, that means that statement is a wrong statement. Now, next we have Mercury is the hottest planet in our solar system. Let us find this. So, students, Mercury is the planet that is closest to the sun, but it isn't the hottest one. Okay, Venus is the second planet from the sun and has a temperature that is maintained at 462 degrees Celsius. Okay, It is the hottest planet in our solar system. So, what makes Venus hotter than Mercury? The thick atmosphere makes the surface of Venus hotter because the heat doesn't escape back into space. Okay, so this is increasing the heat, right? And it is becoming hotter. Now, the next one is the scientific name for a shooting star is comet. Let us find out. Meteors are commonly called falling stars or shooting stars. Okay, now you can see shooting stars every day. Okay, if you are patient enough to go out at night and stare at any one point of the sky for 10 to 15 minutes, you will obviously see a shooting star. You can always witness one. Okay, so the scientific name for a shooting star is not comet. Now, number 7, we have that Pluto is no longer considered a planet. What do you think? Is this a true statement or a false one? Well, it's a true statement, and let us see the explanation for it. Why it's no longer considered to be a planet. So Pluto is no longer considered to be a planet. Yes, this statement, the fact is correct. It's no longer a planet because the International Aeronautical Union, that is the IAU, okay, that has stated that Pluto is a dwarf planet. Fine, because it does not meet the criterias of becoming a full-sized planet. It's too short to be a real planet. So moving ahead, we have the next one, that the mass of the sun is 743 times the total mass of all planets in our solar system. So let us see whether it is a true statement or a false one. Yes, the mass of the sun is 743 times the total mass of all the planets in the solar system. Okay, so this is a real fact. Fine, so we'll put a tick mark. Now, ninth, we have craters are circular holes or depressions common on the moon and some planets, occurring due to meteorite impact or volcanic explosion. So let us check this statement. Yes, a crater is a bowl-shaped depression or hollowed out area produced by the impact of meteorite or volcanic activity or an explosion. Okay, now craters produced by the collision of a meteorite with the earth or another planet or moon are called impact craters. Fine, so this is a true fact. Now the 10th one we have, that is Andromeda is the star closest to our solar system. So let us find out. No, Andromeda is not a star. Andromeda is a galaxy. It is the closest big galaxy to our Milky Way. Okay. So finally, we are having some tidbits that are tardigrades are also called as water bears. So you can see the picture of tardigrades. They are called as water bears also. Okay, and they can withstand very dry conditions. Okay, they come back to life when they are brought back to room temperature, and in the year 2007 they became the first animal to survive exposure to space. Okay, and you know they can live without water for 10 years also. So such interesting facts we came to know today. So with this, students, we have completed this chapter, Mysterious Space. I hope you enjoyed this chapter. We came to know about so many things that are there in the space. Fine. So revise this chapter and take care of yourself. Thank you. Bye bye.